As we continue in our liminal Lent, today we are in Exodus chapter 4, verses 1 through 17. You're welcome to read that on your own or in the email or in the notes to this video. So Moses has been found by Pharaoh, has fled into the wilderness. The burning bush has been burning. Moses has gotten God's name, and now God wants to send Moses back into Egypt to free his people. Now, Moses has been in the wilderness for a while. He has a family, he has a father-in-law, he has flocks, he has reestablished himself. You'd think that this would be a new life for him, but that's not where God wants him to stay. God wants him to go back to the problems, go back and really rile things up and free other people, free them from the injustice. But Moses in the story doesn't want, but then Moses answered, but suppose they do not believe me or listen to me, but say the Lord did not appear to you. And so God gave Moses 3 signs. He has his staff that he could throw on the ground and make it a snake and then pick up the snake. Honestly, I think that might have just said, okay, God, no, I'm living in the desert, but snakes are my limit. I'm not going to willingly grab one of these. And then the withered hand, and then water that turns into blood. You think the signs, like God shown that God's power is with you. Moses isn't going to have it. So then he says, but Moses said to God, oh, Lord, my God, I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor even now that you have spoken to your servant. But I am so slow of speech and slow of tongue. Like excuses. I'm not good for this. Why'd you choose me? Choose some. And God kind of pushes back. Who gives speech to mortals? I mean, I'm God. If I need you to speak, I'm going to let you speak. Or I've chosen you for a reason, Moses. Come on. And then in verse 13, but Moses said, oh, my Lord, please send someone else. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses. Moses is angering God by not following wanting to go through the threshold that that God wants him to go through. And Moses ends up not having a choice. I mean, granted, he has a partner now in Aaron, God's promise of provision. This is not going to be an easy door to go through. This is not going to be an easy place to return to. We know that there's going to be a challenge, and then there's going to be 40 years of wondering, but that's not where we're at today. Today we're at, you got to do something. And like the responsibility or the adulting factor of it, or just the sheer weight of the responsibility you're going to take on, you would rather do anything else. You try to find escape, and every one of those escapes and excuses are being completely shut down, and you're told you're the one that needs to do this. I know in our Christian freedom we can still say no, and God will find a way. But in Moses's case, and sometimes in ours, we are the best person for this. He bridges 2 cultures. He has lived in Pharaoh's house. He can actually get an audience with Pharaoh. He is a Hebrew. He is the right person, whether he wants to be or not. And there'll be hardship ahead, but there'll also be provision. So in these times of being told or asked to go where we don't want to go, that discerning of, but God will go with me. So in your liminal times, what are you just not willing to do right now and maybe need to do? What do we not want to do right now, but need to do for the sake of the vulnerable, the imprisoned, the ones that are, that could use your help this day, that could use God's help this day? So welcome to liminal, challenging decisions where our identity is cemented in God's faithfulness as we are sent into difficult situations, but God goes with us.